Inherited retinal diseases are a group of genetic or hereditary diseases that affect your retina. We love to be able to dedicate that time and the specialty testing to you and to give you more knowledge and information about how we can help you through clinical means and also through research means as well. Seeing an IRD specialist is important so that you can get the right diagnosis and have some closure over what condition you actually have. Patients should be plugged into a retina specialist or an IRD specialist because if they're not, they may not know about the newest clinical trials, the newest research. Seeing patients with IRDs is not a one-man show. We have a specialty imaging person who performs all of these tests. There's not many people who can do this type of imaging and testing around the whole world. We're lucky to have him. We've got a great specialized imaging department where we can do what's called electrophysiology, electroretinogram, electrooculogram, and other different tests to really hone down on the diagnosis of the specific inherited retinal disease.
Genetic testing is easily accessible, but understanding what these genetic testing results mean and interpreting them in an appropriate way is important.
And that's why having a genetic counselor is so critical.
A genetic counselor is a medical professional who specializes in genetics. We help patients with genetic testing, kind of navigating the difficult world of finding a potential diagnosis either for themselves or maybe they have a family history of a genetic condition.
There are not that many genetic counselors specifically in the field of inherited retinal disease. We feel like it's very special that we do have an in-house genetic counselor for retinal diseases specifically.
The more I do genetics and the more I work in this field, I'm constantly surprised. Nothing is always just textbook. Thinking outside the box, using information that we learn from our patients because really they're the best educators.
One of the reasons why I love working at RCTX is because we are so involved in the cutting edge of medicine and retina for clinical trials and drug development and discovery. In conjunction with RCA research, we have a great setup and an opportunity for patients to get everything here that they need. And even if a drug, for example, gets FDA approved, they may not realize that something is available right away. And time is of the essence sometimes for these patients. Even just in a year or two, the disease can progress.
Research is really trying to find some kind of potential cure or treatment to help slow the progression for our patients. It gives us a lot of hope.
Genetic counseling, specialized imaging testing, being able to be exposed to clinical trials and research and seeing the inherited retinal disease specialist is really critical because then patients don't have to schedule 4 or 5 different appointments and drive long distances to see different providers. Having a one-stop shop for all of those things, we like to be able to provide that for our patients.
We do more research than most of those places, but it's also our mission to be able to take care of whatever fight against blindness we can. Getting the ERG, getting the genetic counselor never was a business decision. It was a decision because it's part of our mission to fight blindness.